You're tuned into the YAAACE Time podcast.
YAAACE Time, the new podcast from YAAACE Studios. I'm here with
Mike.
Lele.
and you know what? Let's just get straight into it. You guys want to give us a cool introduction about yourselves first before we get it started?
Michael Asante, play guard forward. Just graduated from Academy of Art in San Francisco. Been hooping for a while. I used to play for YAAACE, like way back in the day.
Lily?
Yeah. Same. Jamal Fuller, you know. I'm a 3-man. I also go to Academy of Art with Mike. You feel me? I played for YAAACE for a couple years. I actually started off playing, my first organization team was YAAACE. So, yeah, I played there for a couple of years and, yeah.
So one thing that you definitely know when you're here is when we go and travel, it's definitely a problem under the YAAACE name, definitely, or Canada Elite if you guys are a part of that too. So I just want to know, what were you guys' experiences with, I don't know, just being inside of that new land, that new place you've never been before?
I think you're talking about the States, no?
Definitely talk about the States. I'll definitely talk about the States.
Actually, transitioning from Toronto to the States was a big adjustment. First off, more culturally.
Yeah,
Florida and California, you know, all of those big states. So it's a lot different, you know. I feel like Canadians were a lot more reserved, you know. You go to America and it's a lot more up tempo, you know what I mean? Everybody has something to say. Everybody says hi when you walk past them, you know. Just getting used to those small things was definitely an adjustment, but you know, over a couple of years, I adjusted, you know.
That's pretty good. Lele, what about you?
It's the same thing, eh? I went to Texas. I was in Texas. I don't really talk to people, so it was like, I'll just walk past you and not say a word, but you know, they like to, hi, how you doing? You know, get a quick convo about YouTube and stuff like that. So I had to adjust to things like that.
Yeah, but you guys both play on the same team, so you guys been traveling all manner of places. Where'd you guys travel to, recently?
So we play in the Pac West. That's a conference in California. So our whole schedule is up and down California. So we're in the North Bay Area, San Francisco. So we'll be up and down Bay Area, SoCal, Fresno, and then we take 2 trips to Hawaii twice, and then we go to Washington or Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went to Hawaii twice this year. You know, back and forth. Actually, they went to Hawaii, went to like Honolulu, and then we flew from Honolulu to a spot called Hilo. Yeah.
So we went to both of the islands.
Yeah.
So how would you say like the competition is down there when you guys were versing them specifically? You think it was more like IQ, or what do you think they had?
So me personally, I feel like in Canada we're more skilled. You know what I mean? Just because how we play international basketball, movement, skill based, you know what I mean? But in the States, it's just like, you just run into some athletes, like, you know what I mean? Like, they might not even be good, but like, a 40-inch vert, or they're just dumb strong, like, you know what I mean? Like, coming to the States, I think the first thing I had to adjust to was the physicality and the athleticism, you know?
For sure. The physicality is way different. Like, the way how everyone moves in Canada and everyone moves in the States is like, with the physical stuff, it's actually way different because these guys are actually trying to, you know, hit you for real. Like,
yeah. Did you guys have any injuries like from those things too, or is it you think it's harder to play down there like and not be injury prone?
It's not harder. It's not harder. You know, it just brings another level. For me, it brings another level of intensity. To be honest.
Yeah.
Because now, like, you know, okay, this is the way you guys play. Okay, I like this way. You know, let's bring the dog out of me.
Yeah.
So me, I had a big time injury my junior year. So super crazy injury. Basically, I broke my arm.
Yeah.
And I tore my knee on one play. So like a Derrick Rose and a Paul George in one. You know what I mean? So I feel like that was kind of a freak accident, only because I think we jumped back into things after COVID, and in Toronto we don't really have like facilities like to go to on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
So from like March to September, I was probably in the gym 5 times, and then readjusting my body, I think it just caught up to me, you know.
Yeah. So what do you think is a good like way to recuperate after like those type of injuries? Because some people don't even come back from that, you know.
So I won't lie to you, injury like this, a lot of people wouldn't come back, you know.
At all, no.
So it's like, I say it's mental. Like any injury is mental, because you know, like when you're not accustomed to not being able to walk around, or for me, in my case, it was like I couldn't go to the washroom by myself. I couldn't shower by myself. My coach had to come give me a wheelchair accessible
Yeah.
So he had to stand outside the door while I was showering just to make sure I could get to and from the washroom. So
yeah.
The first thing I say is mental, because when you lose your like basic functional movements and stuff like that, you lose most of your confidence. You don't know if you're gonna be back, dunking,
of course,
gonna be the same player. So it's just like confidence, and then it's a journey. You know what I mean? So the first couple months, it's kind of like, okay, I'm learning how to do things again. And then maybe in the middle, I'm strengthening, and then it's like, all right, you find your strength where you're like, okay, am I the same person? So it's just kind of just a grind. You just have to stay focused, consistency, you know, and then you get there.
It's like mostly mental.
Yeah.
It's mostly mental, to be honest.
Lily, you had anything you had to overcome too, or you ever have a journey that was hard to go on?
I was just a fat guy. No, I was more on the snack side. To be honest,
the snack side.
I'll go gym, do my thing.
Yeah.
Lele is nice. Everyone used to say Lele is nice. But once I get to the crib, I'm finishing every snack.
I mean, cookies, pizzas, 2 liters,
donuts, pop. Like my Dukes used to try and hide the pop from me.
Yeah. What's one cheap food that you guys would want to have like right after a tournament, especially if you're stateside? Like, what's the first place that you guys will go to? Because I already have my place. I already know where I'm going.
See, like, this is what's going to happen. Every man that goes to America is going to have, like, a fried chicken crave, like, tenders, or
let's go get this.
Let's go get Cane's, or let's go get Chick-fil-A, or let's go get KFC, like, Popeyes, because it hits down there. So it's like you kind of go through a phase where you just eat bare fried chicken.
To be honest, you're going to try every fried chicken spot.
Yeah.
Especially when we're outside LA. Me and this guy outside LA, like, okay, that's right.
And it's on the team, so it's like,
no.
Let me get a couple of Chick-fil-A sandwiches. Let me get an extra fried upsize to add a milkshake.
What's your order looking like when you go to Chick-fil-A? You guys remember? Because I remember. I remember hard.
People might say this is a big person meal.
Oh no.
Me personally, I just get a nice chicken sandwich.
Okay.
I just get the combo.
All right.
But I'm gonna add a mac and cheese on it. You add the mac and cheese. When you do it, the mac and cheese, you empty it on the burger.
Oh.
And then you put the bun
oh my
on
God.
top of it.
You have to go crazy.
What?
Like, me, if I'm going to Chick-fil-A, I'm getting a deluxe. Save the tomato. I'm getting 2 of those. I'm upsizing the fries, and then we get a shake on the side.
What? Bro, I am only doing the combo. I could not. Shoot. I would have been like this my entire life. I'm only doing the combo. I can barely get through the combo too.
Lie. Sometimes you have to like after these games and the traveling and all this stuff, like you have to get some food in your system.
More times you just be eating because it's free. So like, let me get some extra. Yeah.
Nah, bro, I can't even bro. Especially one time I went to LA or Las Vegas, and down the strip there's this one Carl's Jr. on the corner. And I always used to go there and get this one combo. I forgot what it was called, but after the tournament, I'd be there I feel kind of fat saying this myself, but after every tournament, I'll go down, or after every game, I'll go down there and just get that straight. But, oh my God, the only thing I remember about States is the refs and the coaches. The refs and the coaches were probably the worst things I ever had to deal with.
That's a fact.
I swear to God, you'd have the worst stories with, especially as soon as they see the whole Canada thing on your shirt, or they know you're from Canada, it's raps, bro.
Yeah, they already know you're from Canada too. I wonder how they know sometimes. Like,
right?
Even when I'm at school, they come, oh yeah, you're a kid from Toronto, right?
You're from Toronto, like you're just like, how do you exactly?
Hey, like I know you read my profile. I know you read my little player profile. I know you know where I'm from. I don't know how they do it though.
I don't know. Do you guys have any like crazy like ref stories?
I have some crazy coach stories.
Coach stories.
So like, okay, I got a story. So I went to Howard Junior College in Texas, middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So everything was like
in one area. It was like one space. Like
it was the city was so small.
Yeah.
Coach has so much power. Coach been a coach for like 10, 15 years. So
oh my God, he's deep. Yeah.
It's kind of like when you go to schools like that, especially JUCOs, it's kind of like
can't get fired, so you can do what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So like coaches push it, you know what I mean, with the disrespect, the punishments, just demeanor in general, you know what I mean. So let me tell you the story, right? Okay, so we play maybe first 3-4 weeks. We just scrimmage. Coach is just trying to see what type of players we are, you know, get a feel for us, and then we start to play more competitive, you know what I mean? So now he's coaching, right? So they have a couple schools come out with D1s, So early on, we play, everything's more intense. I go for a layup, come down, twist my ankle. Right? So I'm thinking it's broke, but it's just bad. So I sit 6 weeks because of like a grade 3 strain, right?
Yeah, okay.
So around the 3rd, 4th week, my coach is coming up to me. He's like, all right, so you're soft. You're not injured no more.
What?
You're good. And I'm like, coach, I can't even move. He's like, you're going home. I'm sending you home. You're done.
What?
So for the 3rd, 4th, 5th week, he's like, yo, I'm going to send you home. So I had to beg my training staff to be like, yo, I don't even know if it's broken or not. So I had to go get it reassessed, da-da-da-da. So whatever, 6 weeks I think I even come back a little early. So 6 weeks happens, and then basically before I get to play or practice, so even before I get to that part, while I'm hurt, I'm not allowed to go to team dinners. I'm not allowed to go to community service. I'm not allowed to go to study hall. I'm not allowed to do nothing. So right before I'm reinstated to the team practice, he says, listen, you have a whole week of boot camp. So an hour before the team comes into practice, there's going to be 60 minutes on the clock, and we're going to run sprints for that whole 60 minutes. You don't get to do nothing. You don't get to touch a basketball. You don't get to do anything. So,
oh my God, that seems barbaric. What the hell?
And it's like a lot of kids in my position, right? JUCO, it's like,
I don't want to quit.
You don't have no choice. You know what I mean? It's either you do it. It's either you produce or do what your coach says at the JUCO level, or you get stuck in the background. You know what I mean? You don't meet your goals. You don't go D1. You don't go where you want. So it's like, I was super stuck. You know what I mean? Every day I go home, be stressed out, and then fast forward a little bit. So like my coach was wilding. He'd be like, oh, excuse my language, but he'll be like, you're a pimple on my ass, you're a piece of ass, you're this, you're that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To everybody. So one day, one of the, I think, team managers took a video of him wilding, just going crazy, put it on Twitter.
Oh,
right? So
nah.
So he's thinking like, we got him.
No,
that's what really happened.
You got punished worse.
He got us.
Oh my God. Nah, that's not how you're supposed to do that.
So they went to the AD, a couple parents called in. They gave him a 2-week suspension. Everybody's like, we're fighting for our rights.
Yeah.
That was the worst thing we could have ever done. So he came back. He's like, yo, that's what you guys are doing to me? All right. I'm not screaming no more. I'm not yelling no more. I'm just going to show you guys in my actions. So he came to me personally, right?
Yeah.
So a big thing kids are going to have to go through, especially from the ends or from Toronto or not being used to American culture, is body language. Body language. And that's going to be the biggest key to your success or you not succeeding. Because it's like, they used to tell me, yo, I had bad body language, right?
Yeah.
So it was hard for me at first to get adjusted to the being coachable in American terms. So being coachable in American terms means you have to respond positively regardless of what's being said to you. You have to be super mentally strong. You know what I mean? But I'm out there Canadian. I'm just like, yo, I'm not used to these things. So it's not like I'll stop playing, but it'd be like, I feel a way. You know what I mean? I'd be like,
yeah, no, I'd be bent. Yeah, what?
You know, you lose eye contact with your coach. You stop responding to certain things. Like, you know, it's the same old story. So whatever. So he came to me like, yo, listen, if you don't practice every practice like it's your last game, you're not going to play. And I'm like, I have a bunch of D1s, just interest. They might have thrown me an offer, but I don't know, because your coaches in JUCO, they hold it, you know? So
yeah.
I'm like, come to practice, I play my hardest. Come to my next practice, play the hardest. Come to my third practice, play hard. After the third practice, we had a game, and then we lost. Like, it was just like not a good team game.
Yeah.
So everybody's morale was down, you know what I mean? But I'm just like, yo, like, it wasn't a practice where middle of the season practices are not super hard. You know what I mean? And that shouldn't really be the expectation.
Yeah.
But he's like, yo, you didn't practice. You didn't dive on the floor like you were doing 2 days ago. So after that, he suspended me for 10 games for body language. So it's like,
you think the coaches are doing that like as a strategy, maybe to like weed out the weak or something, or maybe just make you more resilient or stronger, or what? What do you think the motive behind it was?
I feel like down the line, it does help you. Mental toughness is something that you need in sports, just in general. So like, there is some positives to it. Yeah. But a lot of the times, these coaches go past what's necessary.
Like overboard,
Because I talked to one of my assistants. He was my assistant there, and he was my assistant at my last school. He's like, yo, they had a conversation about me. He's like, oh, bro, I'm going to castrate the bull. Well, if you guys don't know what that means, castrating a bull means to cut his private parts off. So that's the mental approach they try to take with me. So it's like, sometimes it's necessary, and I feel like as young men we do need guidance, but it's like it kind of gets to a point where it's like you feel these coaches flex on you, and it's like the States is not a joke, you know what I mean? It's not a game, it's serious.
So when do you think like, okay, now this is getting a little too far, what am I supposed to do now? Like what do you think like is like the breaking point? Because I know you had like a breaking point, like where you're just like, nah, I can't be doing this anymore. Like, this guy's wild.
So me, I was kind of stuck, right? Because when it's your sophomore, everybody knows if you went to JUCO, you know your sophomore year is your make or break year. You know it's production, or you're not gonna go, you're not gonna meet your goals.
Go back to the crib.
So it's kind of like I didn't have no say. I was just stuck there in a position where, you know, you're getting called out your name, or you're being tested. Like, you know what I mean? It's a lot of mental tests, you know what I mean? And it's like, especially somebody that's coming from, you know, I'm coming from a situation that a lot of kids probably go through, you know, like single mom, not a lot of support. Your Dukes never even knew anything about basketball. They don't come to games, right? So,
you know,
everything you're doing is kind of off the strength and like, you know, a blessing from God. But it's like, I'm there dolo, I'm there by myself, and it's like, it's hard. You know, I'm 20, 21 years old. It's hard. I didn't know how to manage it. So like the response to certain things, I guess is not what he was looking for. And it's just like every time I didn't respond correctly, I get punished. You know? States is a different ball game. And I know a lot of you guys know about States, man. They don't tell you about the politics. They don't tell you how a lot of kids go and get buried on the bench. They don't tell you how, like, you know what I mean? A lot of the battle is not even to do with basketball. It's everything else.
Lily, I know you two both play on the same team, but do you have any experience like that too, or with like coaches or anything like that, or maybe refs or going into it?
Me, first year at JUCO. First, I wasn't even gonna play, to be honest. Like the first 2 games came, suck it easy, sit on the bench. First 2 games came, sat on the bench. Okay, I get it. You feel me? It's kind of hype.
Yeah.
I think our third game happened, we playing Kilgore. I was sitting on the bench, it was like 2 minutes left before the half was done. And he looked at like one of my teammates was in foul trouble. He looked at me. It was one of those ones like, oh, I had to put this kid on the court. So he put me on the court. I'm locked in. First thing, get a steal. Okay. Teammate finishes the layup. Okay. And one, okay, this guy could really score. Came out, he drew up a play, came off the curl. This guy could really move off the ball, you know? So that's when he started, okay, this guy's nice. So second half came, he put me in the game. I ended up with like 12 points, but it was an effective 12 points and like 8 rebounds. So he's like, okay, this guy, like with the time he gave me, I was like, okay, this guy could actually do something. Then I think I was cooking in practice one day. I shot the ball. I hit 6 in a row. My team is like, okay, this guy could hoop. So I'm killing. I hit 6 in a row. The man looked at me and said, yo, don't ever shoot the ball again. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, fam, before I came to this school, man knew I was a shooter. Like, you know, everyone knows Lele, okay, he's a shooter.
Yeah.
And man said, don't shoot the ball again. It's like, unless there's 12 seconds on the clock or less than that, and you get the ball wide open, don't shoot the ball. I'm looking at him crazy, like, yo, why did you tell me FOD here? You know I shoot. You know that's my game, and you're telling me not to shoot the ball. So I'm just in there like, you know, I used to be cheese in games. Like, yo, I caught the ball, I'm wide open. Man's are looking at me. I'm like, shoot the ball, eh? I'm looking at my coach like, yeah, if you shoot that, come here, sit on the bench. So I'm like, okay. I'm playing with a little, you know, restricted. I didn't really bother it because I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, I love the game.
Yeah, of course.
If I want to, you know, come on the court and go hard, I'm going to come on the court, go hard, kill man's the way he wants you to kill man's, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess the next year I wasn't having it, you know. I came in my senior year. You can't tell me not to shoot. That's what I came in the mindset where like, yo, I'm a shooter. I'm going to show you that I'm a shooter. So I think I went to a showcase. I went to the All-American showcase.
Yeah.
shot the shit. I shot the, you know, I shot the heck out of the ball.
Yeah.
So it was like, yo, he's looking at me. He's like, okay, this guy could shoot.
Yeah.
Like, I always could shoot. You just, you know, you didn't
Just
give me
weren't
the
allowing me
opportunity.
before. Yeah.
So I got to the point where I came into my second year, and he was like, yo, every time I catch a ball, he's like, launch it. Yeah, as soon as I catch a ball, launch the ball, launch the ball, shoot the ball. Okay. Now it's like, honestly, I don't know what it was that he told me not to shoot the ball.
Yeah, no,
But I really want to know what it is too. I really want him to tell me what it
you
was.
guys are going back after this too, right? To go and play. It's the same coach, or is this?
Nah, this is my JUCO.
Yeah.
Oh, so
And I just graduated, and he about to lock in for his senior season.
Yeah.
nah, that should be a question that you should
locking
go
him
and,
for my
like, call
junior
him
season.
for.
Actually,
Yeah,
junior season.
yeah, no, because you should go and call him for that. Just be like, what was your reason for that? Cause
Yeah, I should really ask him still. But I think it was like the guys he wanted to shoot at the time.
Yeah.
oh,
You know, when you get transfers, D1 transfers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's certain roles that everyone got. So it was kind of the same thing the next year, he told a couple people, don't shoot the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like, I wasn't one of those people. So
Yeah.
like, I guess it worked out for me. But honestly, like, when it came to like attitude and stuff,
Yeah.
I got an injury too. I twisted my ankle. They don't think ankle injuries are real injuries. I was
No,
playing
they
with
definitely
like, my ankle was fat. He said, yo, just tape it up, put extra support on it, you're good. I'm in the game limping. I'm like, yo, I need to come off the court. He looked at me and said, no. So you stay on the court. Looked at me, told me stay on the court. I'm there limping on the court. Okay. I'm like, all right, this guy doesn't care. My trainer just looked at me and said, oh, hug this for the pain.
Mm.
I'm wondering what's going on. Like, yo, like, you know, there's usually times like you're injured, you don't want to come off the court, but this is hurting me.
But
Like,
if it's an injury, yeah,
I'm
you just
hurting
want-
myself.
yeah.
Like, I'm hurting myself playing. I'm running, and I'm running on my right foot was one that I twist my ankle on my right foot,
Yeah.
and I'm running on my tippy toes.
Oh, no.
So I couldn't feel the pain because every time my leg would go like this, bend. Every time it took a free throw, I'm trying to play like I'm playing weird.
Yeah. No.
But it's like, you have to do this.
Mm.
You walk off the court and saying, yo, you quit right here.
Yeah.
Go home. So it's really just,
It's mental. You think it's more like a mental toughness thing? Or?
yeah, to be honest, it was mental toughness, to be honest. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it was like, oh, if it was another game,
Yeah.
I wouldn't argue about it, right?
You wouldn't
'Cause I
argue.
wanna,
Yeah.
like, you know those ones where you play a game and you get injured and like, I want to get back in. It's too spicy for me to come out.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Now,
so,
especially if you're one of those pieces that are.
So I was like,
win, yeah.
I came to being from like not playing to actually being a piece where like, okay, we
Mhm.
could get Layla the ball, this play, this, you know, this is time to get. So it was like one of those ones where like my ankle was hurting, but I just slapped on some high top kicks and then figured out, let's finish the season.
So out of like all of your ball careers, what's one thing that you guys like had to learn the hard way, or you learned the hard way instead of the easy way? Maybe I guess from
I had to
coaches
learn.
saying
I
something.
had to learn the hard way that basketball is a business.
Yeah.
We all do this out of the love of the game, but basketball is business.
Once you hit college level, it's no more.
It's not fun, a neighborhood thing. Like, you know what I mean? Remember this, these coaches are getting hired to win games,
Mm-hmm.
and there's real scholarship money. So the 30, 40 grand that's covering our housing and tuition,
Yeah.
if we're not producing, there's 100,000 other kids in America waiting for this spot.
Of course.
So it's like,
You're back home waiting too. So
you have to understand when people come down on you, or you don't have the right approach to the game.
Yeah.
especially coming from
Yeah,
Canada.
Yeah.
Especially when you come from Canada to come to America, you have to be the guy to actually, you know, set a tone.
Yeah.
Mm.
You have to be the guy like, okay, Canadians are actually, you know, because when you go there, you move soft, you mentally weak, you can't body language and stuff. And they're like, oh, I don't want another
don't want
Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's there for everyone else, so you have to really represent. Like, you really have to. There's no complaints, and you're all there by yourself. I promise you. Like, there's no one to help you. There's no one to help you. You have to lock in yourself. Like, if me and this guy weren't together at the school, I promise you, like, certain things wouldn't went good for me
Mhm.
because I started getting down on myself. I thought like, you know, I wasn't the guy I am. To be honest, you know, we really had to lock in and real life put in pain.
Yeah.
Like, this guy, there's some games, like, you know, our coach was good. But there's some games where like, look me off. I can't put him in the game, you know. But like, you know, I had to make sure, like, you know, prove myself, getting those games and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, how you think the new generation should go into that? Do you think it's something that you can train yourself to be able to withstand that, the resiliency of it, or do you think you just have to put yourself into it because it's not something you experience?
I think that has to, you have to put the weight on coaching staff and the organizations that bring the kid up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't baby these kids. I know there's a lot going on social media, this Instagram, this is clout, fake famous 15 minutes or whatever. But like, the coaches have to remember the game is the game, and you really do have to be tough on these kids. So when they leave or when they go to accomplish whatever they're trying to do, they're prepared, because
100%.
It's not a game.
Most kids out here, you know, they look at us like, you know, they look at us, they watch us, but the thing that they think is blessed to do is being nonchalant on the court and warming up, doing like, you know,
that cool stuff.
You know, the cool stuff, trying to look cool when there's a crowd, stuff like that. That stuff is just
that stuff dies, man. Especially you really want to work out for a team or you want to prove yourself. All that cool stuff goes away. You go into the gym, a high major gym, any Division I gym, even a JUCO gym, you're gonna see real hoopers, 100% every rep.
You know, man,
getting better.
Yeah, for sure. Man's like try to warm up. You know, the little Superman, little jersey as a Superman.
That stuff dead, man.
Cool stuff it's definitely, it's not it still.
If you guys have one thing to say to the camera before we go and take it away, of something that they should definitely take away from what we just said today, what would that be?
I say, if you really want to do this hoop thing, make sure you know what you're getting yourself into, and make sure you are who you say you are. So if you're a basketball player, be a basketball player.
For sure.
If you want to be a pro, you're a pro now. You're not a pro when they draft you or they call you. You sign the paper, like, you know what I mean? You have to have these habits and these abilities from once you decide you want to be who you are. So just stay focused and
for sure,
stay mentally strong.
Pro, be a pro.
That's a fact.
To be honest, and be mentally tough. To be honest, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that's gonna break you. A lot of stuff that's gonna, like, you know, try to bring you down. You just have to be mentally tough and, you know, figure it out. And I know times in JUCO, you really have to figure stuff out. You're all like, they're gonna slap you in the dorm once you finish practice, once you finish your work. You're gonna be in there. You have to really, you know, it's either you put in the extra work and figure it out, or you sit there and fall behind. Exactly. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on to here. I know this was short notice, but I thank you guys for coming on, Lele and Coach Mike. Thank you so much. So what we just covered is the real truth about how it works when you go stateside. Coaches, how the mentality is down there, how the physicality is down there, how the players are, how you are as a player, as a Canadian player in an American world. And I thank you guys so much for that, because sometimes people need to hear that. People go into a situation and they don't really know what they're getting themselves into, especially the people that are working inside of this staff that are getting scholarships now and that are slowly starting to go into that career. I feel like it was definitely needed to have you guys' voices, just tell them what exactly they need to know, what exactly you guys experienced, and how they should persevere through that. So I thank you guys for being here. This is amazing. We should do this again, to be completely honest, because there's some stories that I want you guys to go deeper into. Like, if you guys had
I got more. No one even worried.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.